Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Monday, October 10th, 2022. Columbus Day in some places, Indigenous Peoples Day in others. And we begin with actor Tom Cruise planning to go where no civilian has gone before. 2 years after news leaked that he wanted to film a movie on board the International Space Station, comes word that he's also hoping to be the first non-astronaut to do a spacewalk. Universal Studios chairman Donna Langley hasn't officially given the green light, but did confirm to BBC that Tom Cruise is taking the world to space. That's the plan. We have a great project in development. The unnamed movie would not be part of the Mission Impossible franchise, nor does it have anything to do with Top Gun. According to multiple reports, if Universal gives it the go-ahead, the film already has the backing of NASA and offers of help from SpaceX. A pretty smelly problem might march its way across the U.S. A new study finds the highly invasive insect known as the stink bug, for its skunk-like aroma, could soon spread its stench to more of the country. It's not native to the States. It was brought by accident from Asia 20 years ago, and its population has grown, mostly on the East Coast, from North Carolina to New York. Now, because of climate change, scientists say many of the little stinkers are likely to move north and west. Not everyone thinks they smell like skunks, though. Some say their reek is like rotten tomatoes, pungent like pepper, or even soapy like cilantro. The U.S. is getting a new national monument. Later this week, President Biden will visit Camp Hale in Colorado, which was a training ground for American soldiers before they headed off to Europe for World War II. He's expected to officially declare it protected from future development under the Antiquities Act of 1906, a law that allows presidents to give monument status to historic sites that sit on federal land as a way to preserve them for future generations. It'll be the first new national monument created during Mr. Biden's term. If a friend was choking, would you know what to do? An Oklahoma third grader sure did, and he's now a hometown hero. Garrett Brown was having lunch in his school cafeteria when his buddy Cashton started choking on a chicken nugget. Panic set in for just about everyone, except 8-year-old Garrett, who'd been trained by his dad to do the Heimlich maneuver. The youngster got behind Cashton and in about 2 thrusts saved his life. Lakeview Elementary held a surprise ceremony attended by the local police and fire departments to honor Garrett for his quick thinking and to praise his parents for teaching him the skill. The school staff is now offering kid-friendly first aid classes to help other students learn how to be a hero, too. Columbus Day can be confusing. It originally celebrated the explorer Christopher Columbus, but historians found out he wasn't very respectful of those who were in the Americas long before his arrival. Starting in 1991, many cities and states decided to rename the holiday Indigenous Peoples Day to honor those he wronged. It's a federal holiday and always observed on the second Monday in October. The post office and most banks are closed, but the stock market and some schools remain open. That's it for KidNuz. Now today's KidNuz quiz, generously sponsored by the Stapinski family of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to shout out Atticus and his 8th birthday today. Atticus, we heard you recently broke your arm, and some of your celebrations have been sidelined. We hope being our birthday celebrity helps a bit. Kim and I and the KidNuz team wish you a speedy recovery and a super fun day. Now, today's quiz. Actor Tom Cruise may soon become the first civilian to do what? Take a spacewalk outside the International Space Station. What's the name of the insect that scientists say will cover more of the U.S. if the planet continues to warm? The stink bug. President Biden is expected to name what World War II training ground a national monument this week? Camp Hale in Colorado. Oklahoma third grader Garrett Brown is a hero for performing which life-saving skill on a friend? The Heimlich maneuver. In today's Kid News Kicker, the international effort to reunite a Ukrainian cat with her 10-year-old human has a happy ending. The Bazanar family fled Odessa when Russian forces arrived last February. Theirs was a fast exit with no way to take their tabby, Arsene. Third grader Agnesa couldn't sleep without him, even after settling into a safe, donated home north of San Francisco. So 5 strangers in 5 different countries stepped in. First, a Ukrainian relative got the cat a passport and took it by motorcycle to Moldova. Another got Arsene as far as Romania. There, an animal rescuer cut her Greek trip short to pick up the cat, and a tuk-tuk driver drove both to Athens for the flight to Montreal and finally California. In all, Arsene traveled 7,000 miles to get back to Agnesa, all thanks to the kindness of the world community. Thanks again to the Stopinski family of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania for sponsoring today's quiz. Happy 8th birthday to Atticus. And a big Kid News hello to his teacher, Mrs. Pless, and all his classmates at the Winchester Thurston School. We also want to shout out Mrs. Johnston and her Mustang scholars at Arroyo Elementary in Santa Ana, California. To Illinois for Ms. Taylor and Miss Quitshaw and their Rockets at McAuliffe Elementary in Chicago. Mrs. DeBose and her discoverers at the Shape American Elementary School in Shape, Belgium, where she has students from 11 different countries. And Mrs. Wilkeson and her Bulldogs at Boulder County Day School in Boulder, Colorado. Thanks for listening, and we hope to see you back here for more Kid News tomorrow morning.